Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I continue playing Seablock. I'm actually recording this episode right after the previous one with like 10-minute break. And in the last episode, I remember what I did 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I remember that. In the last episode, I expanded our production to fill the whole city block here. And it looks awesome, in my opinion, like really nice. And I think we decided what will be produced here, right? In this one, we'll be producing ammonium. So let's do that. We have, except here, we are not gonna have ammonium here. Sorry about that. We'll have ammonium here. We'll have robite in this one. Not there. Have robite here. Awesome, looking great. And we'll have cratinium here. Nice. That is the plan. Actually, we might want to do something like this. I'm not sure, like, I don't think we actually need blue belt here. I'm pretty sure we don't. I think the throughput is 5.5 or per second. But it's okay, it's okay. Doesn't matter much. Now, let's fix this part. I want to start producing sapphirite here. And to do that, I basically want to move all of this kind of to the left. First of all, I want to have like a solution to this line. How do we do it? We could just do something like this. How does that sound? Okay. We will just combine these two things. And I'm gonna cut this one. I'm actually not gonna cut it. I will remove this recipe so that it kind of organically stops producing the ore. Okay, this is not ready yet. This can be removed. Can be removed. Can be removed. This one can be removed. This robite, not quite. Cannot quite be removed just yet. I mean, this one can. This one, not yet. So, I'll wait. It's fine. I am not really in a hurry here. Now, what can we do? What can we do here? I want the sorting to happen somewhere here, right? Just put a splitter and connect stuff like this, and we'll be sorting robite. We are not sorting robite. We're actually sorting ammonium. That's okay. We can also sort ammonium, you know. That is fine. Let's sort ammonium here. So we are sorting ammonium, and we are getting some stuff. We are getting crushed ammonium. Sorry, we are getting slag, tin, and silicon. So it's pretty easy to fix this part, right? We are taking everything out. We pull slag up there. And we kind of continue bringing everything else here. Right. Robite. Let's stop this. Let's stop and robite. Nice. Now we can change the spot a little bit. We're not gonna need this one at all. And remove this connection. So I think so. We'll see whether we can actually do that or not. I would actually delete this part. Yeah, I think I'd like to delete this one. Just because, yeah, I don't think it makes sense to power this directly from here anymore. Since we are building kind of rail grids, it might be better to just remove this extra connections. So this part should have priority going to the right, I believe, and yeah, let's just connect it somehow like this. Producing crushed, producing. We are sorting crushed ammonium here, and this part will look like this. Now, what we need here? We need to sort. This is supposed to be tin, I believe. This one is tin, and the bottom one is silicon. So the problem here is that kind of need to sort those, right? This is well, this is tin. This will be silicon, and I want to do something like this. Right, something like this. Here to the left, we want to send the slag. So the slag will go to the left. Here, tin will go to the left. Where is tin? Can I find the tin? Here, tin goes to the left. And silver goes to the right. Sorry, not silver, silicon. And this thing is working. So we moved a huge part of our production. Another thing that we want to do, we want to start producing stereotype here. Right, that was the plan. So let's produce some stereotype here, and here. And the only part that has been kinda missing so far is this one. Production of the catalysts. Let's produce catalysts. Have catalysts being produced, and we'll deliver them somewhere. Doesn't really matter much. They will have it delivered somewhere. Let's say here. No. Yeah. So we have catalysts produced, and this part is working non-stop, more or less. Right, we cannot make it faster. I mean, we can make it faster, but do we want to? Do we want to make it faster? Yes. Let's make it better. Let's improve this part. Meanwhile, what's happening here? We are producing some landfill. In theory. In theory, we are. In practice, not quite. Because what we want to have this sorting happening somewhere here. How can we do it? Say it might make more sense to I feel this is the way to properly do this. We can delete all of that, and we can make this spot a little bit better. And by a little bit better, I mean that we can do something like this, maybe. Yes. Interesting. Right, and here we can take everything. Should do that. So we are taking everything, and we will split half of it over there. Nice, like this. Right, let's wait for these things to be built. Right, and we want to send all slack to the left. Here's our slack, here is our slack. So we are sending all the slack to the left. And this should work nicely. Because now, with this part done... Oh wait, I cut off this selection accidentally. What was it? Travel ports. That's fine. Right. Now this is much better. We're actually getting a lot of slack that we'll have to deal with somehow. And for the first time ever, we are not able to consume all Bobmonium. And this is working correctly as well. So what happened here, I properly moved and scaled a little bit our tin production, so from now on I expect us not to really have any issues with tin. Right? Here, what we need to do here. We can actually copy paste the setup that we had right here for the can copy paste this setup and kind of repurpose it to deal with to give us copper. Let's say we flip it, rotate it a little bit, and this is supposed to give us pretty good setup actually. Just need to snake it a bit. Something like this. Okay, maybe something like this. Does it make sense? It's happening here? Not quite. I hope it does. It's a temporary one, by the way. Because this thing, specifically for copper, specifically copper production, will happen here. Together with tin. Basically, I'll copy this block over here. The problem is that right now we have big worms right there, and they kind of prevent me from, doing anything. I cannot actually build the spot until I clear the worms, and that's the reason why I'm researching blue signs, by the way. So the main reason is to actually, first of all, I want to fix a little bit belt production, because this wasn't the first time that I had to wait for them, and I don't really like that. I'm not gonna upgrade this red belt production just yet, because I don't have enough, stuff, materials, but I'm upgrading, that one. What happened with oh, I see. Interesting. It should be like this. Because here we actually processing not Robite, we are processing Babmonium, and by doing that we are blocking Robite production. So it's fine. It will get fixed. So here, what's going on? What's going on is that we do not have quite so it's a little bit problematic, but not a lot. We should switch this to be copper, right? We want lots of copper. And here's our copper. So now the only thing we really need to do here is to... Oh no. Too much usage. Why did that happen? Right, because of this power pole. Okay, let's try to keep the networks separated. They're separate now, that is good. We don't want them to merge. And here, I actually want to stop all of this production. We don't need it anymore. Okay, that might take a while. This might take a while to clear. It's fine. Yeah, we don't need these parts. At least I don't think so. Yeah. We are not using this. We can remove them. So what I want to achieve here actually, I want to deliver Robite and this to lines. I want to deliver them here. And we actually can kind of do that, right? Because we can have... how should we make it? So let's say we'll have catalysts going here. I'm not going to use the expensive belts for this. I'll just use regular ones. They will do just fine. Right, so let's see what's happening here. We have lots of stuff that we can construct here. Well, not construct, but we can pull here. We can also have this. No, I'm not gonna do it like this. So, Robite. Where do I want Robite to be delivered? I want Robite to be here, right? Because it's not used here, so I want Robite to be at the bottom line, like this line. Okay, sounds good. I think we can do it. This Robite will be the one that goes on the left. Got it. And it will go here. This will be Robite, So this part, no, not quite working correctly. Nice. So this is right, and I don't actually want it to be yellow. I want it to be white. Right here, right to the right. Nice. Next is to continue removing this one. So we don't actually need this. What's happening? Oh, I see what's happening. We are producing... Looks like we don't need as much copper as we thought we do. Right, this part can be completely removed, and this one, like all of this can be delivered further down the line. Nice. Actually, speaking of that, let's... I kind of feel that we need to clear some area here. Maybe something like this. Nice. Looking awesome. Right, all of this is fixed. Fixed. We can remove this whole part, actually. We can remove this one. We don't need this one. We don't need this one either. And this one is also not needed. Looking pretty good. Next. So did I comment? Yes, I did. I kinda want it to be just a regular. Nice. It's working. Now, I want to... I'll have to clear this part a little bit to make it slightly nicer, you could say. This one is supposed to become Java-Lite, right? So let's start producing Java-Lite here. Installizing Java-Lite. Got lots of Java-Lite, and we also got some Catalyst. So we'll keep it in mind, right? The fact that we have Catalyst. This part I wanted to run for a while, because we will need to deliver stuff here. Wait, not even here. Here. And here. So I need 2 lines leading there. I want rails to kind of be here, but not really. I mean, the rails don't really serve any purpose there yet. I just want them to be available because I want to. It's simple as that. So that I don't have to change too many things later on. Okay, nice. So this thing seems to be working correctly. This is mineral catalyst, and we also have some mineral catalyst coming here. Now I want to clear. I actually want to clear it now. I think so. Let's start this thing up. So we have, or we will have Robite delivered here. I might also want to maybe balance it somehow so that it takes 2 lanes. Can I do that? What's the easiest way to do that? So it's on that lane. So if I do something like this, it should fix itself, right? As I expected to. Yes. So we'll have Robite coming here. We will have this thing coming somewhere here. Right, like this. We will have this part. Oh no. No. That's not how it was supposed to go. This one here. And this is Javelite, right? So this is Javelite. I need to remove this. But the problem is that we are lacking a chest. Let's produce a chest with a buffer. And we'll start buffering everything. Nice. So this is working. We want to cancel this recipe. Actually, I don't need to cancel this one. I just need to cancel Javelite. Yeah, I don't need to cancel this one. It can continue working. Oh, right, LTN. Let's... I think that's the best way of using up our iron, is by doing some research. We want to. This is not ready yet. Let's see what actually reaches us over there. We have Javelite. We have these things. This part, stopping it. We need to stop this Javelite production soonish. Nice. And this one, okay, it will take some time. So Javelite is going there. All these things are going here. Like later on, once we have trains, this will be removed and can be reconnected. The issue here is that I have lots of things going through this line where I'm supposed to have trains, and I cannot just remove all of this because I need that stuff to build blue signs in order to clear the area for this city block. So I'm kind of forced to keep this belts, or like some version of these belts, and I don't think it's worth to just moving them out of the way. I think we just need to delete them completely, and I'm willing to deal with having the belts here for now. I can deal with it for some time, especially if that's not super long time. Okay, let's do this one, and that is it, right? I feel like that's it. We can remove this part. We can remove this part. We don't need these ones any longer. I also want to completely remove this line, and we can switch it to producing stereotype, right? Or sapphirite, whatever that is. I'm also confusing them. Sapphirite. This is sapphirite that we are doing now. Okay, that's good. We can actually combine them in a somewhat better way, like this, so that they occupy both sides, and this one can be connected directly. So in theory, this should break our iron production, and instead give us iron production coming here. So this should still be iron. I don't think I'm able to use fast belts for this. So I'm just going to connect them like this, I guess. I'll just connect all of these things like this. I'll have to deal with this excess ores in the storage system. Speaking of storage, let's check how much free storage we have. We have lots of free storage. That is great. Okay, so it's not really a problem. And we'll have iron coming up here. Oh, and we'll need to split it also to go there. Okay, not that big of a deal. We can do that. We'll do that once we actually need that. So the problem is that we do not have. Wait, what happened? Alright. We are not consuming crushed stone. That is indeed an issue. And now we should resume consumption. Awesome, look at this beautiful belt. We have belt coming up here. And I'd say we are ready to connect this build. And actually, let's see whether it works at all or not. Right, let's observe. This will be the goal for the episode. This is episode 42, right? I'm taking notes. Okay, let's see what's happening. I took the notes. Something along the lines of powering up first city block. That's kind of what I think we did. Look at this. We have iron ore, we have manganese. Manganese is produced. We are getting ingots out of it, which is awesome. I don't understand why. Oh, right, we don't get anything here because it's like. Anyway, like this part will have to be reworked because I don't actually have enough charcoal here. I have 2 times less charcoal that I need. Like basically, there's enough charcoal for 1/2, and I think 1/2 needs 2 blast furnaces. I don't know. Don't particularly care about this yet. What I do care about is the fact that this part seems to have kind of stopped working in a way. I mean, not really stopped working, but we can have something like this now, right? We connect it, and it should continue to work just fine. Okay, nice. So this should have increased our ore production, like iron ore production, by a lot, like by really a lot. And I could actually try and place some warehouses here. But, I'm not quite sure whether I should. Should I produce some? I'm not going to produce warehouses yet. I'd like to wait before I do that. So I'd like to wait until we actually need all that stuff. So we have we are somewhat short on lead, but it's not enough for me to get worried. We're producing silicon, or have lots of it. Yep, so in this episode what we did, we rearranged some things, but TLDR is that we actually finished getting like one line of dedicated line for each type of ore, and we even connected our first city block. Yeah, we cannot quite make the belts full, but you know, we are gradually getting there, because like what this part did, it essentially doubled our iron and our copper. Well, maybe not quite copper, because I don't think we are given enough what's the name, mineral catalysts. I think half of like basically I think one output of crystallizer is not enough to power all 5 of these sorting facilities. I feel it's not enough. Or let's put it the other way. One crystallizer here is not enough to power 14 plus 14 crystallizers worth of this kind of ore. So we didn't really increase our copper production, but if it ever becomes a problem, I will just, you know, pull this belt and connect it right here. I will just kind of pull it to the right, like here, and we'll directly connect it here. And this will solve the problem. This will be, like, this will suddenly be enough, I think. Yeah. So, it's working, look at this. It's beautiful, and it's producing some manganese, which we can actually use for... We can actually use manganese, or what's the name? Manganese, yes. We can use manganese for steel. We might even have the recipe right now. Let's see. Molten steel. We can get it from steel. We can get it from steel and silicon ingot, which I don't want to do because I consider, I mean, silicon is a tier 2 ore, right? It's a tier 2 metal. And steel, it's not exactly tier 2, it's more like 1.5, because it can be produced just from iron, and iron is tier 1 metal. So it doesn't really require higher techs. So silicon is harder to produce. So since it's harder to produce, I don't want to use it for like easy steel ingot. Like this, on the other hand, manganese is a tier 1 ore, right? We can get it very, very easily. I mean, in some sense, it's kind of like even easier than tier 1 because we have this recipe that we are using of like combo sorting this part. Because it's like the most efficient in terms of mineral sludge usage. it doesn't take any catalysts, it doesn't produce any slag, so this is awesome recipe. It's just that, yeah. So this is pretty good actually. I want to use this one for steel production, for like molten steel production. And what else can we do? We can also take cobalt, which we'll have to think about in the next episode, I guess. What's happening with... what's happening here? We are limited by the throughput of our inserters? Seriously? Wow, that is... honestly, that's surprising. Let's upgrade inserters a bit. Just so that we don't have to think about that anymore. Okay, nice. So I see iron is being used up now. This is actually great. We still don't quite have good enough production of paper, but it's okay. I never fixed this part, right? So we can do something like this and swap it to request this one instead. Yeah, we have lots of stuff here. I want to clear this part. I'll do it once we, I'll remove this extra, I guess, ores once we have, once we start building LTN warehouses here. Okay, let's just observe and maybe think what we need to do next. We need to build blue science, right? Let's say we want blue science. What else do we need? We need to have plasma turrets. We need to clear the area from the biters. I don't think there are any other immediate things that we really have to fix. The power is looking good. We have like this separated power networks. And they're powering kind of our main one. Oh, another thing that I want. Right, I forgot. Another thing that I want. I want to have green catalysts. Whatever their name is. Maybe I should use proper names for that. This one's crystal catalysts. Okay, let's rename this one. Let's say crystal catalysts. I want this one. And maybe farm power? We'll see. We'll need LTN depot. Okay, I think that's enough. In the beginning, maybe it's even more than enough. So this episode we connected this build to our ore lines. We reworked a little bit ore lines so that wow, this is a lot of slag. No, wait, I shouldn't do that. Let's remove this. This is a lot of slag. Right, we don't have enough sulfuric acid. That's okay. So we researched LTN as well. But the main part is that we connected this build to our ore production. This is huge. Because once I have all of this ores, or maybe not even ores, maybe even like the final result, the plates. Once I have all the plates produced locally in city blocks, I will be able to switch this thing to rely on trains. Okay, this has been going long enough. What? Okay, save, right. Second time it's happening. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers.